I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So right off the rip, how would you feel about the Minnesota Vikings drafting Will Howard? Yeah, Will Howard, Ohio State quarterback in the sixth round. That's what the news, some rumors, speculations are saying. I'm gonna get into the article in a minute. But you, as a Vikings fan, how would you feel about the Vikings going in that direction? Me personally, I'd rather see them continue to build the trenches, get a cornerback or a receiver or running back potentially, but I wouldn't be mad at the move. You actually talk about, does it make sense? Yeah, it would make a lot of sense. How? Some would say how, right? She'll say how. Well, here's how. First off, you bring in a quarterback who probably you assume could be a solid second string quarterback in the NFL. Next up, you bring in a guy who can not only be that, but also compete with JJ McCarthy for that starting role. Potentially, why not? We never know. Tom Brady, last pick of the draft, correct? Hall of Famer. Took advantage of his opportunity, Hall of Famer. So how we know Will Howard is not that same pedigree? Attributes are there. Passion for the game is there. I love how he plays. Saw him twice versus Oregon. Championship game. It's clear as evident he's passionate. He wants to be great. He will put the work in. Heavy. He has his beliefs. A good system around him. So he wants to be the best. Like I said, we see underdogs in the NFL all the time. Drafted late, undrafted. Successful, successful. And Will Howard could be that guy. So you bring in a guy who can compete with McCarthy as well. Maybe even beat him out. Heavy, bro. You hear me? The guy's a winner. Comes from a winning pedigree. He understands what it takes to win. You know? So let's not put that out the picture. No. That could damn well be the narrative at some point of training camp. So I wouldn't be upset at all. Like I say, would it be my first move? No. I want to see them trenches, them dominant trenches, them big boys up front, domination. You hear me? But at the end of the day, once again, if that's the move Quasi and O'Connell make, cool. You hear me? Maybe O'Connell sees something at Howard. Maybe he thinks Howard could be the guy, 6th round guy. Now that's saying a lot. You're taking a lot of risk, taking a big risk, betting your marbles on Will Howard in the 6th round. But maybe KLC sees something there. Period on me. So don't knock it. Don't knock it. Especially if the Vikings can't find a competent quarterback to come in and be a number 2 through free agency. You hear me? Not just about Will Howard, dog, McCarthy, dog. It has to be a quarterback available, a quarterback willing to come. All the Aaron Jones smoke gone out of there. Tannehill, that's out of there, right? So what they going to do? Are they still in talks with Tannehill? Fire them comments up. Let me know. Feedback is much appreciated, huh? So they got to make a decision. They're trying to weigh their options. In 6th round, draft pretty much over, right? Of course, you take best available, but Will Howard might be the best available. I'm shocked. I thought he would be higher, ranked higher. Disrespecting Will Howard, heavy. You hear me, dog? Period. He could be a bust. He could also be a player. Huh? Could also be a player, baby. No cap. So don't be shocked if they went that direction. And don't be mad either. Don't get into your feelings either. As long as they make the right moves early in the draft. Finish strong with Howard. All right, cool. Boom. Let's get it. But this has so many factors to it. So many ways it could go. Period. And it could really help McCarthy. Right? Put more of a chip on his shoulder. Period. Somebody right beside him can take his spot. A rookie. He gonna let a rookie beat him out? Get into the article, man. Deep conversation, man. Fire them comments up. Let's get it. You hear me? But Will Howard, a true winner. Definitely a true winner. Give me 1 second. The Vikings may have no choice. They may have no choice right now. You know? Just what it is. One second. All right, Vikings predicted to draft Big Ten QB to join JJ McCarthy. Wow, it's really real. Or is this all trumped up article? The future starts now with the Minnesota Vikings rolling with JJ McCarthy as quarterback with no other competition coming in. After speculation about whether the Vikings would re-sign Sam Darnold or bring in Aaron Rodgers to be the quarterback, Minnesota decided to stick to their guns with McCarthy starting. After trading up for him, The Vikings selected McCarthy in the first round in last year's draft. Oh, yeah. Let's get it. Minnesota traded multiple picks, which resulted in McCarthy and outside linebacker Dallas Turner being selected by the Vikings in the first round. Those moves and trades made in 2023 resulted in the Vikings having just 4 picks in the 2025 NFL draft. One of those picks could be used to find a reliable and developmental backup behind McCarthy. On Wednesday, ESPN NFL writer Ben Solak wrote on an article looking at 12 rookie quarterbacks, best fits in the upcoming draft. Solak said Solak has the Vikings selecting Ohio State quarterback Will Howard in the 6th round of the NFL draft. Ideally, the Vikings go QB early in this draft, but Howard in round 6 is a pretty square deal. Definitely a square deal. Basically a win-win for the Vikings, I would think so. You know, like I say, I'm surprised Will Howard is ranked so low. We shall see, though. He had 43 starts over 4 seasons at Kansas State in a national championship game and a national championship campaign with Ohio State. With the Buckeyes, he looked the part of a poised and trustworthy veteran. Facts. I like Howard's mobility, but he isn't a one-read and scramble escape artist in the pocket. He'll sit in there, bounce through progressions, and look for the correct throw. He can break a tackle or two as well. He's big and doesn't shy away from contact. Exactly, bro. The physical attributes are there. That's where KOC may come in, correct? Development, player development. All these guys are talented. Who develops them the best? Howard can access all levels of the field and is generally safe with the football, but he doesn't see it fast and will get hoodwinked by coverage rotations at the snap. So reading defense, reading coverage is a conundrum for him. Can it be corrected? He needs an offense like the one Kevin O'Connell runs, as it protects the quarterback from high processing demands. At Ohio State, Howard picked his position on isolation routes with elite college receivers in Jeremiah Smith and Emeka Egbuka. In Minnesota, he could do the same with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. And as we know, Ohio State, a whole bunch of talent behind him, whole lot of talent behind him. So it's a difference, dog. You know, if you have elite talent, it's a little easier, dog. But you got average players, good players, yeah. Tough to be successful in certain atmospheres. That's why it's very important where a player goes, you know, player development, big key. If he hits, I could see Howard having a Jacoby Brissett-like career in the NFL. He might even get the designated sneaker role in Minnesota behind McCarthy. Howard led the Big Ten in completion percentage, 73%, passing hold on, what he saying? Oh, sneaker role. Okay, this guy. Like, make sure he didn't say starter quickly and swiftly, right? Passing yards, 4,010, and touchdown 35 in 2024 with the Buckeyes. He led Ohio State to a national title in his only season with the school. NIL, we know the NIL. But he was surrounded with a lot of talent, bro. A lot of talent. You hear me? No cap. Ohio State had a lot of talent, dog. It's easy to be successful and show progress. Read the defense when your team is dominating. NFL, different level, homie, different level. When the smoke clear, can you bang and hang with the big boys, the best? Can you pay the price and win? Excuse me. Before McCarthy, the Vikings selected 2 quarterbacks in the NFL draft since 2020, with Texas A&M Kellen Mond and Iowa State's Nate Stanley. Neither quarterback plays in the NFL, as Mond is starting for the San Antonio Brahmas of the UFL, and Stanley is out of football. Damn, piss poor, homie. That's the Spillman era, right? That's the Spillman and Rick era, right? I mean, the Mike era, correct? Even though Mike really didn't like Cousins, he didn't like Kellen Mond. You hear me, dog? So Mike Zimmer, as far as quarterbacks, he's been pretty confident and right about certain quarterbacks that were in the building. Howard could be a potential steal late in the draft to help give the Vikings much needed depth at quarterback behind McCarthy. Definitely could be, like I say. I wouldn't be mad at it. I'm not gonna sit here and say it wouldn't make sense. I want to see them build the trenches. That's just what I want to see, dog, because I know how the NFL works, understand the ins and out of the game, especially during playoff time football. But you can't neglect the quarterback position. You can't neglect skilled players. So if they went that route, it's all good to me. Hey, let me know how you feel about it. Once again, fire them comments up, huh? Feedback is much appreciated, dog. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Make sure you hit that bell. It takes less than 1 second. Support the grind, support the channel. Big SKOL here, SKOL Vikes, win, lose, or draw forever. Yeah.